Dear students, welcome to you all in mathematics class again. Today we are going to discuss about rational and irrational numbers, and today's topic, finding square roots of fractions. Um, in this topic, first discussion will be on perfect square fraction. If the denominator and the numerator of a fraction both are perfect square in the reduced form of the fraction, then the fraction is called a perfect square fraction. The square root of a perfect square fraction is rational. The square root of any fraction which is not perfect square is irrational. For example, you can see 9 by 16. It is a perfect square fraction. And 32 by 98, this is also a perfect square fraction, because 32 by 98 can be reduced 16 by 49, and then you can say 16 is perfect square and 49 is also a perfect square. So 32 by 98 is also a perfect square fraction. Square root of a fraction. Square root of a fraction. The square root of a reduced fraction is equal to square root of numerator divided by square root of denominator. For example, 9 by 16 is a perfect square number, and root over 9 by 16 is equal to 3 by 4. That is, root over 9 equal to 3 and root over 16 is equal to 4. So root over 9 by 16 equal to 3 by 4. And 32 by 98 is a perfect square number, because in the reduced form we get 16 by 49. So if you have a fraction which is not in reduced form, then you have to take it in reduced form by uh, cancelling common factor 2. Like, if you take 2 as common factor and reduce the fraction, then you will get 16 by 49. And root over 32 by 98 is equal to root over 16 by 49, which is equal to 4 by 7, because 4 4s are 16 and 7 7s are 49. So we have the idea how to find out square root of a fraction which is a perfect square fraction. Now we are going to have a look on the fractions which are not perfect square. If the given fraction is not a perfect square, then for example, we will take a problem which is uh, 2 total 8 by 15. So for solution, uh, you are given that you have to find out root over 2 plus 8 by 15, which is equal to root over 38 by 15. Now you have to multiply both of the numerator and denominator by 15, or by the denominator. You have got 15 as denominator here, and so you have to multiply 38 by 15 and also 15 by 15. By this way you will get a whole square number in the denominator. So in the denominator you will get 225, and in the numerator you will get 570. So when you distribute the square root in numerator and denominator, in the denominator you will get 15, that is square root of 225 is equal to 15. But in the numerator you will get root over 570, which is not a perfect square root. Now find out the square root of 570, uh, which will be 23.8747 approximately. In the last class, you have seen uh, how to find out the square root of a number which is not perfect square up to some approximate up to some decimal point or approximate value. So, as root over 570 is equal to 23.8747 approximately, so we can write root over 570 divided by 15 is equal to approximately 23.8747 divided by 15, and the value of this is 1.5916. Therefore, root over 2 total 8 by 15 is equal to 1.5916 approximately. You have to find out the square root of 2 total 5 by 6, that is 2 plus 5 by 6 as your CW. So thank you students for attending this class. Hopefully this class was very enjoyable for you, and hopefully you have learned how to find out the square root of a fraction. Thank you.